It's course. Hello guys, welcome to the live stream section. It's UF Graphics and nice seeing you guys today. And we have a lot to really talk about. Well, much love. Welcome. If you're seated, grab your favorite side. Let me fix something on my screen. Fix something on my screen. Okay. Well, yeah. So guys, we just started and was set. Okay. So we're going to be progressing. Firstly is more like our tradition now. We're going to be doing more of welcoming. We're going to start welcoming people or welcome new viewers. Welcome. Okay. Before we to proceed in that, okay. Welcome. We're welcoming new viewers, returning students, returning viewers. Let me not say students because we have some adults here that are still watching us. So we're welcoming new viewers, returning viewers. Oh, any viewer that you're in short, any viewer that you're welcoming you, like a granted, and you got to. So, guys, we're going to be progressing. We're going to be hitting it at the point. So, okay. So we're diving into. So, firstly, welcome every single person. Every single person. We're going to be learning later, but we're going to be proceeding as they will alongside with us as we proceed, as we progress. So, guys, we're set. I'm here, graphics. It's fine. It's cool having you here, and we just started now, and we did more of welcoming. Like we just started, and like more of like our culture, we normally welcome people if we start our stream. So, firstly, we're going to be doing more of welcoming. We said we're welcoming new viewers, returning viewers, old viewers. So let me not elaborate much on that. Like any viewer that you just know that you're welcome. That's just it. Don't mention, just know that you're welcome. So guys, we just started and who is sending me something? Well, so we just started and we have something. Something is cooking. Well, I'm UF Graphics, our humble self. Much love seeing you again. This is more like our streaming platform and we stream every day. If you're seeing us for the first time, if you're seeing us for the first time, it's cool seeing you as well. And well, you have graphics and many people know us already because we've been streaming for few months now. Yes, and what we're doing is very, very simple show and very, very vital. It has this all these characteristics like you get what we're doing. We don't waste people's time in our stream section. We dish out sense. We call it sense. We dish out knowledge. That's what we do here. Do you get? And yeah. Greetings from Russia. Much love. Thanks for joining the live stream session. And if you're just seeing us for the first time, I just introduced myself. I'm UF Graphics, and I'm very much enlightened to see you as well. If for the sake of people seeing us for the first time. So if you're here, sit very tight. We're going to be progressing. We have something very crucial. Like I mean it. Okay, firstly, guys, we just welcome every single person. So we're going to be progressing. Just like before we set up a live stream section, we don't just come online to talk babish or whatever. Like we're here to make sense and also to impact because the what we're doing is focused on students, undergraduate students, more like university students, tertiary institution students, all of those things. And what we're doing is very, very simple. Like we teach them life after school. Very simple. And you know the funniest part of it? School is not teaching this. I don't know. I will explain. I mean it. School don't teach students their life after school. And you know, if you take a look at students' life after school is always the problem. Like it's proven. I'm serious. It's proven. You know, many people think that most students are lazy because in our world it's too possible that you're going to still see smart people, intelligent people, but they are going to be stuck, frustrated, regretting in life. So you will be like, what is actually the problem if actually these people are intelligent? So it's not just about knowledge. So that's more like the part that we're playing here. Do you get, like, we're teaching students what school never taught, what school is not even interested in teaching you. And moreover, what we're doing, it has to do with their life after school, and it should be properly taken care of. If not, we'll still have multiple students graduating, still being struck and frustrated, who are so students, and we will not want to see more of this. So that's more where our focus or whatever we're doing is based. And under that, this is more like stream sections, and we said is more than just coming out talking. Do you get? Is a movement, and a movement to reach a broader audience, students, to make them see things from a different perspective, to open their eyes, to really see reality, to make preparations, and to help them navigate. Because this is more like preparing them for reality outside life when they have graduated. So it's very, very simple, and that's what you do. So if you're just seeing us for the first time, so I just hope I'm able to clear the air like that. This is just what we're doing. So under that, under that, we're going to be emphasizing on something very important today. I don't know. I want to sound too serious. Like, apologies, we're streaming late today. Like, this is not more like our normal streaming time. We do stream from 1 p.m. downwards. But look at the time. Jesus, it's already late. So apologies. And many of our viewers are not here, many of our students. So maybe they will get to join the stream section later. So guys, we'll just proceed. We'll just make it guys. And okay, we have something on our thumbnail already. Something like value and certificates. Value and certificates. Well, if you that feel that if is a guarantee of success, and we tell students multiple times that certificates, going to school is an opportunity, it's not a guarantee. Have you seen where the mistake is? Like, they just feel it's just occurring to them that more this school is a guarantee, and we're here telling you that it's not a guarantee, it's an opportunity. Yes, like me having my certificate is an opportunity. I have things to put in. I have a lot of parts to play in order to be successful. So don't me just me just having my certificate doesn't mean that I'm the same person. So we're going to be breaking down what it really means. Like we're saying, what's it called? Certificate versus degree. That's more like, yes, certificate versus value. I mean, so the objective is not to make you feel that your certificate is irrelevant. No, it's not to make you feel that you wasted your year's time. Because when people say school is a scam, I'll be like, if I catch you, do you get? Actually, school is not a scam. That is it. Proof school is not a scam. What makes school look like a scam is just, firstly, is how people are seeing it. People see graduated people, intelligent people, very smart people still feel frustrated. And they will not take a look at, they'll be like, if these people are smart, if they're intelligent, if they are knowledgeable, why would they fail? Obviously, so they will not categorize it, or let's just say they will just generalize it that school is a scam. Moreover, these people are actually missing something. It's not academics. School is innocent. School is doing its part. The school is not the cause. The cause is lack of information. A lot of students lack the right information, and it's a matter of their life after school. That is where the real problem is, because students are guided when they are still in school. Maybe after graduation they are going to be sent forth, like they are going to transit. That means they have graduated from a university. Now they are going to start facing real world. Now on that real world they are going to face challenges, pressures, depressions, rejections. All are going to be thrown to them. Now, if it's a student that is not mentally strong, not even ready, not even expecting all of this, such stuff is going to affect such students even mentally. Like, the student will collapse. So have you seen the source of the failure? Like, now what we're doing here is very, very simple. It's just to help them prepare for it, not to avoid it, because you cannot avoid it. It's definitely going to come. You're definitely going to face rejection in one way or the other. You're going to be facing failure outside life when you've graduated. It's definitely, like, it's certainty. It must come. So we're here to make you prepare for it, more like setting you rightly to face it, equipping you with the knowledge, like it go come. That's just the emphasis, it will come. Because if you're ever going to journey on the path of success, you're going to shake failure. Like failure, we anchor you. I don't know. It will shook you. I mean, it's failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. If you're going to ever succeed, you're going to meet failure. It's part of the things that you meet. Now, failure is not there to make you quit. It's making you. It's preparing you. The failure there that you're going to meet on the path of success, it is what is going to make you strong. Now, let's take for instance. Let me clarify what I mean by that. Now, if I'm a student and I just undergo an exam, I failed. Now, if my mentals are developed, I'm going to see that failure as is actually showing that I did not prepare well. That failure is actually telling me that I'm not too ready to write this exam. Now, if I should go back and what's it called, rethink and make some research and still learn some things and what's it called, change my strategies and all of that, it's still possible that I can pass. Obviously, so it's not all about failing and quitting. That failure is just more like telling you that you're not strong, you're not ready. Because if success is easy, everybody would have been successful. If success is not easy, then now that means there is a lot of factors, like there is a lot of work to put in actually talking about succeeding, like if even imagining it. Or okay, now let me give you one more example. I just hope you know this. Electric bulb, electric bulb now, like electric bulb now. Yes, I mean electric bulb. They said, I heard, I was not giving birth to them. They said the person that produced electric bulb tried, is it 999 times? I've been 99 times, I don't know, but I guess he or she, I've forgotten his name. He tried multiple times, a good number of times, before he was able to produce electric bulb. Now let's look, or let's just check it from this view. Had it been the man failed, like he failed multiple times, so follow it. Like when he was attempting to produce electrical bulb, he failed multiple times. Now it was his inability to quit that made him to arrive. Now it now gets to a point he was able to produce electrical bulb. I mean, so it's not just to avoid failure, to face it, because it must come. Like if you're going to master something, you're going to face failure. So he persisted even when he was failing multiple times. When most times I get to reason, I'll be like, oh my, this man tried. Do you know what it means to try something first time, second time, third time, it didn't work, you'll keep on trying. It's more than determination, if not even motivation, because that's actually not a motivation. He was very, very desperate to produce that electrical bulb, and that is why he did not stop. Upon the failure, he persisted until he produced it. So this is equivalent to what I'm trying to tell you, that real life you're going to face pressures. Now this is things that make students feel, get my narrative. Now we're trying to not avoid it, we're trying to put them in a position whereby they are going to be in a safer side, like more like equipping them. How they tell you that you need to prepare for war. You don't prepare for war front on the war front, sorry, you don't prepare for war on the war front. So you don't prepare for afterlife on outside life, like you don't prepare for afterlife when you've graduated. So you ought to prepare for afterlife, your afterlife, when you're still in school. So if we get to tell people that is for young people, undergraduate people, they will be like, it's not meant for us. This is actually for them, because university, they said, is a training ground. There is a lot of things entrusted in your hand to do. You ought to do many things. Now your performance there, what you do there, it's probably going to reflect in your life. Like if you while away your time in the university, it will reflect. If you actually utilize it, it also reflects. So we're trying to make them see that there is no time, like, so I just network. Oh god, my network just slacks, but it's fine. So you should be intentional, and they said time is equal to money. The way you wouldn't love to while away $50, $30 on something that is not relevant, that is not necessary. You shouldn't spend your 2-3 hours on something that is not necessary at all. This is it. If you learn to equate time with money, hand to hand, it's going to help you in time management. This is just it. Yes, like equating time with money. So if you're a student and maybe undergraduate or graduated, because these things are what a lot of graduated students are regretting. Most of them will be like, nobody told me, I was not informed. and they are at the point of regret. They're actually regretting it. So we coming and being like, students, CCCO is just more like love. We love them. So we don't actually want them to still be victims. You know, we don't want them to still be the same victim that you get. So this is just the point, and it's just generalizing everything. We call it life after school. Now, the brutal truth. Let's put X now because there is a lot of truth they should know. You get so. And most times to get to tell them, almost students, your certificate is not enough. It's it's not, it's just an opportunity, not a guarantee. So you ought to know what to do, and a kind of that. So guys, we're going to be hammering on what we have today directly. So we said certificates. You know what certificate now? Your degree. Like, school is going to be issuing you a degree whenever you're done, like studying in a university. Now that is what I'm going to be talking about. So I just hope you get it. So we said the big misunderstanding. Now I'll break everything down. Just calm, just calm. Anyways, the big misunderstanding now, you know, students are actually misunderstanding this certificates. Now, the misunderstanding there is they feel that if I have my certificate, automatically, they feel automatically their life is sorted out. And if we get to meet this kind of people, we tell them that this is a wrong mindset, is outdated, it doesn't work now. That mentality, that mindset that if I go to school, if I graduate, I'm going to get a good job, I'll be successful. Just imagine it. It's very simple. If Let me repeat, if I go to school, if I graduate, if I got to work, I'm going to be successful. This is just it. And we to tell people that is outdated one. It doesn't work now. Like, this is before. When the world has not been saturated with a lot of vital people, these things do work when, let's just say, 20, 30 years ago, when there is still high rate of illiteracy. Like, high rate of is it illiteracy, I don't know. Illiteracy, I mean, yes. When there is still high rate of illiteracy, people barely go to school. Then they now have few people that goes to school, few graduates. Now, the point that you have a certificate, you attended the university, is a big thing. Then, do you get, this is actually the impression, and it was then. So any student that is still having that mindset that I don't have my degree, I'm a successful person, is a no. Actually, is a no, because it's going to make you, it's going to make you be reluctant. It's going to make you not to develop yourself. It's going to make you not to be skillful and adaptable. They just it. Now let's just see, check it from, let's just see a student that prioritized his or her certificate and did not make other decisions, other plans. It's going to keep you one place. It's just like having all your whole egg in your basket. If that your certificate happens to fail you tomorrow, you are left with nothing. Do you get? And this is why we tell students, you have to have a back B, sorry, a plan B. They call it a plan B. That's second option in case the first option fails. Like, you still have something to bake on. Have you seen the scenario? So it's just about having a second option. So certificates is not enough now, because the world is changing, everything is changing, things are getting digitalized. People that are able to adapt and still remain relevant are people that are winning. The world is not interested in your certificate. Even employers, organizations are not even interested in your certificate. They are interested in what you can give. They get to tell people that people don't buy product. Like, okay, now let's say this is a book. Let me practicalize it. This is a book. It's not buying products. There is like, they don't just employ you. Network, why are you pesting my life? My network, why are you? I don't know. God, sorry, my network shifts, but it's fine. So that, what is value? Value is just a proof that, just like what you can show, what you can work out, things you can prove, has to do with proving. It just has to do with practical. When someone said, what value do you have? The person is not asking you what certificate do you have. He is more like asking you, what can you do? Okay, let's assume you went organization, maybe a graduate just graduated out from university with joy over joy, and he or she got get into an organization and be like, I want to apply for your work. Now they're going to ask such person, what value do you have? Like, what can you create? Now, if a question is thrown to you in an organization where you want them to employ you, and they'll be like, how can you develop, like what can you create? Do you get? So I said they are not just going to employ you because you have the certificate, is what you can create. They just want results. They are too saturated with big certificates, so they just want proof. Of course they want to grow, they want the organization to grow. So if they are going to be employing a person, is somebody that have something that they don't have. So if you're not just skillful, if you're not competent, how are they going to be employing you? So your certificate is going to be irrelevant. So this is just it. At that point, it just dawned to you that almost is like squeeze a scam. Have you seen? This is just what is going to make it look like, but it's actually not. So it's just your inability to be competent, inability to sort out things that is going to make it look like, because at that point it's going to be a regret. At that point you're going to be stuck because you don't have time. Like, just imagine graduating, looking for a job, you're going to be rejected. Yeah, I remember you, Sam. Greetings. Much love, Sam. I remember you. Yeah. Was it yesterday also? We streamed yesterday. I guess, Sam, you joined our live stream section yesterday, I guess. Yeah. Sam joined. And I don't know. I promised some people cookies, but sorry, we don't bring the cookies here. Like, so sorry for that. We have the cookies on up there, so just eat it with your eyes. So guys, I was actually emphasizing on something, and I said, okay, for the sake of people that just joined now, we're actually emphasizing on certificates versus value. So we're just telling people that there's difference between certificates, and if you've been following us, like, we started is going to 30 minutes that we've been talking. So we've actually treated, maybe after the section, maybe if you can stream it, then get the full knowledge. So but we've gone a long way. So we said, what is value? So we just try explaining the value is what you can create, the problem you can solve. And most times in an organization, they are going to ask you, what can you create? What do you bring to the table? What changes can you bring to this organization? So it's just beyond your certificate. They are not asking what certificate do you have, not your degree. Is your input, like what you can bring out from you. So that's why we will not stop telling students you should be competent, like get exposed. That is the reason of a university. You're not just there to obtain a degree or certificate, but as well to develop yourself, as well to gain experience. It can be frustrating to graduate. You're a new graduate and you happen to apply for your work. They are going to ask you how many years experience. Obviously it can be frustrating, or they will tell you that they need somebody that has some experience, and you're going to start imagining, like, I just graduated out from university, where would I get the experience from? So that is why we thought that you ought to build during your university time. Like, actually it can be, you can take it up as your experience here. Okay, I don't know. Like, some courses duration, most courses in the university, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, depending. So you can actually learn some things, being or get some experience before you graduate. So you can actually present it to them that I have 2 years, I have 3 years experience. No experience is too small. So the often problem is that they don't just have. I know many students in the university are living for the moment. They are not just thinking about their future. They are not just prepared. So they are, or being unprepared, being reluctant. They are not just concerned. They don't just feel that it's necessary. They just feel that there is still time. That attitude of still feeling that there is still time is what is actually disturbing. Like, is what is actually making most students feel. Because when you feel that there is still time, it's going to make you not to be serious. Feel there was still time. Now, feeling there is still time, that's more like procrastination, and you know what it means. Like, you're not just going to see any reason to do anything at any given time. You just be like, waiting for the best time, and there's no best time to do anything. So guys, I'm progressing. Oh, the difference, what's it called, the difference certificate and value. I don't know, I've explained this anyways. I said certificate is a proof you attended the university. Moreover, value is also what you can produce, like what you can produce out, what you can give out, like what you have. If you don't have, you cannot solve a problem that you don't know now. So you cannot give what you don't have. So it has to do with you having it firstly, then you can able to be giving it out. So why many graduates struggle? Why many graduates struggle? So it's painful. So graduates can still struggle. Now most people feel that the fact they graduated, the fact they are a student, like the fact they are in a university, like there's no possibility of them struggling. What you do. Okay, there is a saying that what you do today, like your daily routine. Sorry, there's a saying that your daily routine is silently determining your future. So what that means is what you're doing on a daily basis. Some people underestimate this. Seconds define minutes, minutes define days, minutes define hours. I mean, hours define days, days define weeks, weeks define months, months define years, years define centuries and decades. So, your daily routine is silently determining your future. So, if you're whiling away time, like whatever you're doing is positioning you in something, is actually because what you do today, it will determine what tomorrow will bring. So what you do tomorrow is it will determine what the next tomorrow is going to be bringing. So you ought to be intentional, like there's no time to play. So that's it, guys. We said why many graduates struggle over dependence on certificates. So actually graduates can struggle because they trusted on their certificate wholeheartedly with all their whole life, with all their whole mind. Now, trusting on their certificate is going to make them neglect the part of skill, neglect the part of exploring, neglect the part of networking, neglect the part of building up something, laying structures. Like, it's going to neglect, they're going to just focus on the certificate, neglecting all these parts. And these parts are very, very necessary because certificate is not just enough. Like, if you just prioritize your certificate without building up skills, without networking with people. Okay, let me break it down. What I mean by networking is you're a B now, so probably you're going to associate with people. Like, you just have to do with people, meeting people, getting contact with people. Do you get that? Is networking. And most times people you get to meet, it's just like who you know. That means, okay, who you know opens door for you tomorrow. Like, who you know actually matters in the real world. That just emphasis who you know matters. So even most people you're going to be networking in school with, most of them are going to be collaborators, employers, business partners. So it just has to do with people. So, and it's also meeting people. So guys, we're progressing well. We said they depend on their certificate alone. Lack of skills are important. So students struggle, graduates struggle because they lack skills, because they said certificate opens door. What keeps you inside is your skills, is what you're able to be given. So you can be exposed by your certificate, but what keeps you, what makes you relevant is what you can bring, what you're presenting, what you can give out. So no differentiation. Okay, just like being saturated, what differentiates you from an ordinary graduate is your worth. Even in choosing work, like even in work vacancies or so, most times a lot of applicants gets to apply for a particular work. You see a work, okay, you see a vacant, just a vacant, about 100, 200, 1,000 applicants, 1,000 people who apply for a particular. Now, what the organizations are going to be doing is just to what's it called, filter out the unnecessary people. Now, people that are going to be left are people that has extra value, people that has extra works. So it has to do with being unique. Being unique, like having something that people don't have. It's actually most times it isolates you, like it separates you. Well, guys, how to build value as a student. This is more like the action stop. How to build value as a student. So we said learn high income skills. It can be learn the in demand skills. Like it can also be demand skills, in business will tell you demand people something that people want. Now in life they will tell you learn demand skills. So this means the actual skills that people want. Now tech skills is taking over, AI is taking over. This is tech skills. There is a way you can be relevant, you will be competent, that you cannot be ignored. You will be too big to be ignored. That's just it. So, and this is what we're pointing at students. Like these are things that we're pointing to students. Or more, that is it. Oh, we said learn having an income skills, a high one that is in high demand. Use learning platforms. If we're talking about using learning platforms, it has to do with a lot of platform. Okay, sorry. There's this stream session we did. We tell people that internet is not the problem, social media is not the problem is the usage, how people often use it, positive and negatively. It just has to do with the usage. So there is still people using it and in a positive way and still make money, and other in another way, negative way, and it's frustrate their life. So it's just all about usage. And if I was talking about using learning platforms, YouTube, Instagram, any platform, you just to learn, get exposed, be exposed to things, get to meet people, attend seminars, attend meetings, build a portfolio. Like you should know what you stand for. You should this is more like has to do with as well branding. Like people should know what you stand for. You should know how to present yourself. You should know how to bring out yourself. This has to do with organizing. So it's also matters. It matters, guys. I don't know how to stay on the safer side. No, this more like preventing students not to be victims. So nothing much. Like showing them the loopholes, showing them the mistakes people did. People are complaining. Now we're bringing it to you so as not to make the same mistakes, so as to stay in a safer side. Sam, see you tomorrow. It's fine. Okay, you have to stay on the safer side. Certificate plus value. So you just as well. You're not telling to leave certificate, but to have certificate and still have value. Like have certificate and still learn skills. Like have certificate and still be competent. So that just emphasizes certificate plus value. It has to do with like it's equal to power. Certificate plus value is equal to power. I don't know how to explain that, but that's just what it means. So what students must do now, this is what students must do. So you should also learn income skills, learn have many streams of income, be relevant, be intentional, be ready, expect things, be ready expecting things, because it must come. If you're ever going to journey on the path of success, you're going to encounter failure. No two ways about it. So you ought to position yourself, because how you see things matters. How you see things determine how it affects you. It determines how you go about it. It determines how you even take it up to yourself. So your seeing has to be has to do, I don't know, it has to be caution, like it has to be precise, like a lot of emphasis on that, guys. Well, so quotes here is not people don't feel because they are not valuable, they don't have skill, they just because they have they just feel because they don't lack the right information. They don't feel because they are not smart. They feel because there is no information. Actually they were disformed. So that's it. And we tell you that certificate opens door. What keeps you inside is your value. What you're perpetually giving out. Did you get? So school is not the issue. The issue is your mindset, how you see things, and a kind of that. So guys, the stream section was just scheduled for a few minutes, and it's already night. Actually, we were not too conversant and comfortable streaming in the night, so we're going to be going offline now. And we love you guys, much love. We are not taking your viewing for granted, so we much appreciate every single persons that joined stream with us, shared and or chatted. It's every all the activities here was is actually appreciated. Like who are not taking it for granted, guys. People that liked, so guys, I saw people that subscribe. So we actually appreciate every single person there. We're going off in few minutes. This is night. It's getting dark, and we're not comfortable streaming in the night, and a lot of things. So We just exhausted the live stream section. It lasted about 40 something minutes. And if you've had it being you did not started with us, maybe in few minutes or few hours, you just check us back. We'll be releasing the stream. It will be public. Then you get to stream. So we're going offline, and if you're seeing not very social, just get to subscribe and maybe check follow us in our other social media handles: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. UF Graphics, all social media handles. We are active, and we're going together. Much love, guys. We're pushing. So, guys, we're done. So, we're going to be streaming tomorrow. We stream every day. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll stream every day on YouTube, but probably from 1 p.m. downwards. So, we're going off now. Join us tomorrow. All right, guys. We're moving